Good afternoon and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It's Sunday afternoon and today has been quite restful. I did do some shopping, but I literally got some salad veg and some butter. That was all. I am off work. I've got 1 week of work to go and then I'm off work, so I didn't do any shopping. There's plenty here for Kathleen. I did, however, get some additional yarn. Aldi had the new yarn stock in, so I went and got a load of yarn. Yeah, we'll show you what we're doing with that later. Um, what I wanted to speak to you about today is my unexpected weight loss. hmm Um, I have not had scales in this house for years, probably at least 4 years. Um, we did have them, the batteries ran out. I never got new batteries, and we just never bothered about it. And in that time, obviously, I have started the channel, I have changed the way I eat, I have changed what I eat, and even when I put up the birthday channel thing last year, Patrick was, or last night, what am I talking about? When I was with Patrick this morning, he's like, "Yep, see, somebody else noticed all those noodles." Yeah, I used to eat a lot of super noodles. I used to eat a lot of processed food. And over the last year or so, the majority of the food in this house has been raw meat that I've bought when it's been reduced, which I have then made into something. Um, Also, I've now started making my own mayonnaise. I've got the dehydrated veggies. I make my own soup. I don't make my own pastry, that's too much hassle. I don't make my own bread. So I still have my 2 slices of toast in the morning. Although I don't know if it, if we get a bad winter, it'll probably go to porridge. But I no longer buy the chicken Kievs, the breaded chickens. Well, I do buy the breaded chickens. I bought a pack of 6 for an emergency. They've been in the freezer quite some time now because we've got stuff that we made ourselves. Um, Kathleen's a dab hand at cooking as well. She can do the bolognese, the mac and cheese. She does her own wraps, etc., etc. Um, and it's only now that I've actually looked back and seen what changes I've made. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll know that a few months ago I started reacting quite badly to carbs. And I got myself a blood sugar detector, which had me in the pre diabetic range. Now, I did go to the doctor, I got a blood test, I phoned for the results, and they were like, "No, you're fine." I'm still hitting roughly the pre diabetic stage. However, because I had got my own blood sugar meter, it took me like 2 months before I went to the doctor. And in that time, I had started cutting down my carbs. And I remember, I'm pretty sure I said about it in one video one night. There was one day I'd come in and I was starving hungry and I did super noodles for my lunch. And oh my goodness, I was exhausted. I felt rubbish for about 2 hours after eating them. So I have not gone back to that. So yeah, I eat very little processed food just now as well. So it's not just what people would say, oh, like super noodles are not good for you, etc. They're ultra processed. But I don't eat the ready meals. As I say, like your chicken Kievs, I used to buy the stroganoff. I used to buy the pasta bakes. I don't eat them. I make my own. As I say, I make my own mayonnaise. It takes less than 10 minutes, as long as I've got a fresh egg, which I don't always have. Um, but in that time, since I would say in the last year, I have probably not so much consciously done anything to lose weight, just got more used to making my own food, got more used to eating non processed. And I thought I might have lost a little bit of weight. And then Kathleen bought some scales. So I stood on the scales. And I've lost a stone. Like 14 pounds down. So that was quite a surprise. So do you know how you do in the mornings when you've not quite got yourself sorted? And I went into my wardrobe and I lifted a pair of jeans and they were new, still had the tags on. And I was like, oh, just let me try them. And they're a pair of jeans I bought 2 years ago and have never been able to wear. And I can now wear quite comfortably. So I'm now going, oh my goodness, why did I declutter? I had so many good pairs of jeans that I liked that were like 2 sizes too small for me. So yeah, this is quite interesting. So I just thought I would come on and say, who knew? And I know everybody knows. I know everybody knows how they should eat. And I know everybody knows the better way to do things. And telling everybody you shouldn't eat processed food, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, doesn't work. Trust me. My mother did it for 30 years. As soon as I went from scale-like to putting on a bit of weight, when I switched from walking 3 miles a day to school and then 3 miles back and got an office job and started putting on weight, my mother never, ever approved of how I looked, and always, on a regular basis, sat me down to tell me how sad she was, how upset she was, and if I would just lose a bit of weight, everything would be so much better. And I guess I'm a little bit thrown because I never did. I never, it seems to be a personality trait. If you tell me I've got to do something, it's not happening. However, since I started changing what I was doing with the prepping, changing what I was doing with the batch cooking, I have not been dieting by any standard. I have not gone hungry. I have not, yes, I have cut down my chocolate biscuits hugely, but I still have biscuits in the house. I don't stop myself eating anything. But it was such a gradual change that I never actually noticed it. Apart from being quite chuffed that I don't buy like 6 packets of chocolate biscuits once a month now. Although a lot of them were for work, but what I've noticed now is because I don't have the chocolate biscuits here at home, I don't eat them at work either anymore. And there's a drawer full of them. Don't eat them. I'll have a malted milk, a couple of malted milks, a couple of Abernethys, if I need something sweet or something just to stem a rumbly stomach. That's it. So, yeah. Completely surprising, completely unexpected. Just happened. But now I'm sort of conscious of it going, oh, okay. Don't get me wrong, when I'm off on holiday for a week, I intend eating everything that I want to, when I want. Although I will be conscious of not eating super noodles because they made me feel so not well. So I will still watch my carb intake. But yeah, I just thought I'd come and say, what an unexpected side effect of starting a YouTube channel. Catch you later.